A couple months ago, I started a laser engraving business to go alongside my other online ventures, such as my gaming YouTube channel that you can find in the description down below, and now this channel. And in that time, I've done a fair amount of business with my laser and other ventures as mentioned. I am operating at a net loss as of right now. But for the positive of that is the taxes, I went legit. Okay, I got my DBA, I got my license from the state for them to recognize me as a legitimate business, and I began doing various things for people, right? I began laser engraving, I began building websites for people, basically anything to do with a company's branding or image. I'm doing it. That's the business. Well, there was a point, and I discussed it in the last video, where I did a free project to donate to a charity golf tournament, and that helped with some orders, right? I got a ton of orders from that. I paid off my first diode machine, the M2. Fantastic. All caught up, right? Now I was looking for ways that I could get my business out there a little bit more, okay, and then kind of appeal to a larger audience. And I had an idea to try to maybe go to farmers markets, craft fairs, maker events, things like that, although I don't like calling this crafting, but the idea of trying to bring the M2 anywhere like that was not my ideal first thing that I wanted to do. So I began looking at other options out there. So I was scrolling eBay. I was scrolling Prime Day deals during Prime Day. I was looking for options, any options. I wanted to be serious about this business, and I needed a device that I can take places, something that is portable, because the biggest issue with laser engraving is, what if I go to one of these events, right? And what if I engrave 20 tumblers with a design that I might think is cool, but nobody else does? Because I live in a state where people and I tend to have different opinions. Then I'm stuck with 20 tumblers that have a design that I spent money on that I will likely never get back because they're already used up blanks. The ideal situation is to have blanks on me, and when someone approaches the booth or the table, to make exactly what they want, so there's no wondering there. So I needed something portable. The F1 and the F2 looked like they could do what I want. The F1 actually has a handle on it and can be done in handheld mode, do handheld engraving, but it's an IR laser that was pretty weak, and was that going to be strong enough, right? And I then made a business decision. After scrolling eBay for what felt like hours, the F1 Ultra, a super expensive unit, but the official X-Tool refurbished ones here are $2,500 before taxes. And that is something that I could swing. Thinking about fiber and what it can do with metal, also a 20-watt diode attached to that, it's a powerhouse, right? This was the one that I wanted. I made the purchase and I waited 5 days. But when it arrived, I was not expecting what I saw. Oh my God, this thing is huge, okay? And I know Ultra is in the name, but I was assuming it was Ultra because of the power. I thought it was still gonna be somewhat portable, and mind you, it is more portable than the M2 because of how wide the M2 is, but I'm not gonna be one-hand engraving a kid's bike helmet with this thing. It's ungodly, unruly even. It's the king of all lasers, basically. This thing is gosh dang over 2 times bigger than the F1 and over 3 times the weight. There's no way that I would ever be able to lift this thing to be able to engrave it. This thing is an absolute unit, okay? So now I have this monster of a fiber laser, super powerful. I got it for almost 50% off of what the retail was. It isn't small, but isn't capable in 2026. It came out 2 years ago, so it can't be that out of date, right? So the setup was dead simple, actually, as all X-Tool products are, but I did have a problem of not being able to turn it on. Turns out it includes some USB keys that need to be plugged into the machine, inserted into the back of the unit, and the emergency stop on the side needs to be open in order to even power the dang thing on. That's how this one's actually dangerous, okay? And even though it was refurbished, it came with all the accessories, it came with a materials pack, and it came with the touchscreen display start button thing. Pretty awesome. The setup took about 20 minutes. I got it calibrated, and then it was time to test it out. Now I skipped the tutorial project. I'm too good for that. I have other things that I have to do. Like my brother-in-law just ordered 50 metal business cards that I had to get going on. Okay, the M2, does them pretty good, but it's way too slow. It's like over 2 minutes a card. And this thing eats that workflow for breakfast. Now, I need to 3D print a jig. It would have been so nice if I didn't have to keep aligning the artwork manually after every 6 that I did, but this thing was hammering 6 cards out in around 3 minutes. 6 cards on the diode takes somewhere like 12 to 16 minutes, so we have already saved a ton of time on this order with this massive unit. Now, is $2,700 after tax worth a $60 project for my brother-in-law? You got a little bit of a discount. Probably not, but it is a step in getting it paid off. I will say that, on top of my other ventures and income coming in from other internet things like my YouTube channel, I owe roughly $1,123 on this device. Got a lot paid off already. Since all of my sole proprietor income is kind of pooled together, I was operating at a deficit of $2,700, and after some projects with the M2, YouTube, some affiliate marketing that I do with my gaming channel on YouTube, all of that profit and income is pooled together. So we are down to a business operating deficit of $1,123. This thing will be covered in no time, actually. And in another video, we will take a look at what it can do and different project ideas that we can come up with and complete with it. So you can get subscribed to that if that is something that you are interested in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a short one today, but if you liked it, like it, subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. I will see you in the next one. Take care.